What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Ghouls Gaming and Tech channel. And I must tell you guys, I have to tell you this, and I gotta be true and honest. We listened to the wrong people because most of the press was negative about this. You guys notice, if you're watching this video, that means you're a gamer. You know what the narrative was around this console. I'm here to tell you, including me, we all listened to the wrong people. Now I'm here to shoot it straight with you and give you the honest review of this bad boy. I've had this thing since it launched, so I can give you a very thorough and thought out review, not a 1 day, 1 week type of thing. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna give it to you straight. This thing is amazing. We were lied to, okay? We were lied to. We all listened to the wrong people. So without any further ado, we're gonna hop into it. If you're new, subscribe. If you're new or returning, hit that like button if you enjoyed this content. Sony, I apologize. Please take me back. Take me back. All right, so first thing we're gonna talk about is the price. Now, that was the main controversy around this bad boy, was the price and what we were getting for that price. The price on this is $699. Now, you can get this on Amazon. You know, I get a lot of my stuff off Amazon, but obviously you can get this off of the PlayStation website. It's going to be the same price in both places. I will put the link in the description below. Like I said, it was controversial and I wasn't a big fan of it. Now, using this thing for as long as I have now, $700, I still think that's overpriced. The original PS5 was launched at $499. I think the good sweet spot for this console and what it offers in my experience with it now, $575, $600 max. The second thing we're gonna get to is the new look. Clearly, this has a new look and it's pretty similar to the digital edition, but now it has these aesthetically looking vents on the side, even though they're not really vents. Outside of that, it's the same, but it is new at the same time. So it's a little bit smaller, and from my experience, if you watch my unboxing video, it is definitely lighter than the original PS5, because that thing, after touching them both and weighing them both, that thing was like a brick compared to this. This is definitely a lot lighter. It comes as a digital edition. You can get the disk drive later on, but we're going to talk about that. One thing I will note is when you do boot up this console, and again, this is me nitpicking, it doesn't say welcome to the PS5 Pro. It just says welcome to PS5. It doesn't say anything about the Pro. That kind of sours the experience for me. I don't know. Is that just me, or do you guys feel the same? If you're paying for a Pro and you're getting a Pro, don't you want to see something that says PS5 Pro when you first boot it up? All right, so now we're going to talk about the specs and the features, and it's pretty much the oomph, the bread and butter, the meat and potatoes of what makes this thing what it is. So first thing you need to know is the storage has an uptick. It is now 2 terabytes instead of the 800 and whatever we got for the original PS5. Next thing is the PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, that PSR or PSSR. That is on here. Does it actually make a difference? Quick answer, yes, it does. Another thing they have on here is advanced ray tracing. Now, again, quick answer, does that make a difference in your gameplay? Yes, it does. And another thing is supposedly a faster GPU for performance. Do you really notice that? Quick answer, not really. Not really. I'm pretty sure some internal parts are working a little bit faster, but my regular gaming, it's not like the loading screens are basically non-existent or super snappy. The loading screens seem about the same to me. The GPU and all that, it's all right. Another thing that was very controversial with this console right here was the vertical stand and the disk drive being sold separately. Now, do I think that was a money grab? 100% yes. If this was priced, or since this was priced at basically $700, you figure that stuff is a no-brainer, it should be included. But no, they decided to price that and sell that separately. The vertical stand, I think it was like 29 bucks when I got it. And the disk drive, I think that was about 75 bucks or 80 bucks or something like that. So yes, that is sold separately. So you're basically spending another 100 bucks on top of the 700 bucks, which makes this after tax out of pocket about 800 and like 46, 50 bucks. I think I end up paying for this. That sucks. But with that being said, if you do currently have a console, preferably a PS5, if you want to trade it in and you pay for this full price, just take your thing to GameStop right after you get this bad boy. I think I got for my original PS5, the disc version, I think they gave me about $275, 300 bucks. Technically, ends up being about 400 bucks. Cause I traded in, got 300 bucks. I can get all the games I want, which is basically what I did. So one thing I did note when it comes to graphical quality and what this thing offers in the settings, if you go into the settings, there is a boost graphical quality for PS4 games option that is not in the original PS5. I think that is super awesome because a lot of PS4 games that I really like, but for me and my OCD, I know if there's something better, and if something looks better, more than likely, sometimes, not all the time, I just won't play the older stuff. But now this option is in your settings, and does it make a difference? It actually does. Now, some games were enhanced for the PS5 Pro that were originally PS4 games, like, for example, The Last of Us Part 1. That was originally a PS4 game, but it was enhanced. I tell you, I kid you not, when I turned that game on, I was blown away. I'm like, no freaking way that this game, this system is pushing out this great of visual quality. It looks like a PS5 game, like it was originally made for the PS5. And I can even go as far as to say a PS5 Pro game. It looked so good. The colors were so rich. The definition was there. The resolution, the performance was there. No stuttering, no lag. It didn't drop off. The ray tracing, everything looked so good.
Thanks for the heroics and all. Ellie. Hey, what are you... Joel?
Bill!
What are you doing?
Bill! Turn around and get on your knees.
Just calm down a second.
Turn around.
All right.
And get on your knees. Don't test me. Just
take it easy.
My biggest takeaway from this PS5 Pro is this is the main reason why I say we listen to the wrong people, is because a lot of people were saying, will you actually notice a difference in these things? Because, you know, when they showcased it, a lot of people were up close with two screens, just squinching their eyes like, is there really a difference? I guarantee you, I'm telling you, videos don't do this thing justice. You have to experience this in person. I'm telling you, when I turned this on and played or started up a PS5 Pro enhanced game, I was blown away about the difference. You may think I'm boosting this up more than it needs to be. I promise you that's not the case. I'm not one of those reviewers. I'm not one of those YouTubers. My experience, and even people I know who got the PS5 Pro, they're blown away with how good these PS5 Pro enhanced games, at least. I can't speak for the other games because that's all I've played so far. It's enhanced games. They look amazing on this console. Now, speaking of the enhanced games, the PS5 Pro enhanced game list, I think they're up to about 50, 60 something games right now. I think that list is pretty meaty, pretty chunky. For the most part, it's all the big name AAA games that most people play anyway. And I think those are a good game to kind of test and really look into how good this thing is. So if you're buying this and you don't start off playing one of those PS5 Pro enhanced games, you're going to be thinking, oh man, possibly I wasted my money. I don't want you guys to experience that. I don't want you guys to think that. I'm trying to give you guys the most honest critique I can give you. The list is pretty vast. You know, you have a lot to choose from. So try one of those out and I guarantee you won't be disappointed. And speaking of the PS5 Pro enhanced games, most of the games, not all, if you go into the visual settings, you will see now some games, not all of them, they have a Pro option. So it'll say like Performance Pro or Quality Pro or Fidelity Pro. Some of them don't say anything at all, but you have that extra oomph and quality of what it's pushing out embedded into the settings already. To be honest with you guys, there's going to be a good handful of games that you're definitely going to notice a graphical uptick and a performance uptick. But to be honest, there's some games you really won't notice. For example, Star Wars Last Jedi Survivor, or whatever the case is. It has a fidelity or a quality mode and a performance mode. And to be honest, quality with 30 frames, it's still very choppy. When you move the camera left and right, you can definitely tell that this is 30 frames. The performance mode, on the other hand, looks amazing. So some side notes, some quick things to know when you're getting this PS5 Pro, if you decide to do it, is one thing that I care about, because I obviously am a content creator, is you still can't record and clip MP4 files at 4K. Why you can't do that, I have no clue. It still makes the 4K quality clipping or footage at that WebD or whatever file type. As far as broadcasting from your PS5, when I broadcast from this, I wanted it like straight to YouTube. I wanted it to be a better quality. I was really looking forward to see. I will say it's slightly better, but it's still moments where, like, if I'm playing Call of Duty, and maybe it's different with like RPG games where it's not online, it's constant, you know, testing out your connection. But at least with Call of Duty, which I play a lot, it looks slightly better and it performs a little bit better, but I wish it was even better. Another thing, the user interface. You would know if you had a PS5 Pro just by turning it on, because it looks exactly the same. It would have been nice for them to have a different interface for the PS5 Pro to really bring in and ring in, hey, this is a pro performance. Kind of sucks. Again, it's a little bit nitpicky, but it would have been nice to have them switch it around a little bit. And the last thing is literally just a side note and very little small bit of information. This PS5 Pro does come with an HDMI 2.1 cable, which gives you a little bit better performance out of your cable and what you have it connected to, just a slight bit. So that's nice, because the original PS5 came with a 2.0 HDMI. This one comes with 2.1. So overall, I will say that this thing is, I won't say 100% because I don't want to gaslight, okay? But in my experience, for what I want out of my gaming experience, this is definitely worth buying. And also, I didn't mention, this thing can get up to 8K quality. Obviously, you need a display for that. I'm cool with 4K, 8K. You're probably gonna miss most of that stuff with the human eye anyway, so it is what it is. But that's just another thing that it has. But I would say this is worth buying. And the main takeaway that I want you guys to take from this review is that this is a product that you definitely have to experience for yourself. I can't do this thing justice by just talking about it, showing you guys clips, it getting rendered and compressed through YouTube. You have to experience this for yourself to really I'm telling you guys, just, if you take anything away from this, trust me when I tell you, you will be blown away with how good this thing looks, and in most cases performs. This thing looks better than it looks, it performs better than it looks, and we all listen to the wrong people. That's the biggest takeaway. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Am I doing too much or no? I don't know. I think I'm fine, perfectly within my parameters, but hey, it is what it is. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.